we are going to play our fun segment, On the Clock.
Time now for On the Clock.
First hat trick in Austin Matthews' career.
Freddie the GOAT scores 10 or more goals.
Tick-tock. We're on the clock.
Okay, who do you think is going to get to whatever question I have? What do you think will happen first? So the first one, of course, is going to be who will reach 50 goals first? Pastrnak, Ovechkin, Matthews.
I said yesterday I thought Matthews would win the Rocket Richard Trophy this year. Who will get to 50 goals first? I'm going to say Austin Matthews.
You're going with Austin, eh? I think he has the ability. Yeah, see, this is a tough one because you can make the case for all of them. I think Pierre Maguire was right. Ovi's just a beast, and he's going to continue doing what he does. Pastrnak goes and gets another hat trick last night, his 4th of the season. He has a 4-goal game as well. That was earlier in the year. Don't count him out. But, yeah, I think... Ooh, this is a tough one.
Matthews is the most prolific goal scorer since he entered the league at even strength, right? Now, Ovi scores at even strength too, and so does Pasta, but they got a lot on the power play. Boston's power play is so good compared to the chances they generate at even strength. So, you pick any one of these three guys and you got a third of a chance of being right. They're right equal with each other in so many ways in terms of goal scoring, but I like the fact that Austin in his career has been such a great even strength goal scorer, and he's got that, the one-timer on the power play in the last game and hit the crossbar.
Yeah. And I'm taking a look here. I think there was there was a little bit there at the end of November heading into December where he actually went 5 games without a goal. But other than that, he's not gone more than 2 games. Matthews? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was up until recently. He's been
we had 6
with
goals
20
in 6
goals
games.
in 20 games basically over a long stretch, right? So
there's a part of me that even though we said, this is the thing, I know the Leafs are trying to tighten things up and we get that down the stretch, but I also believe the way Sheldon Keefe plays and wants his players to play, that it really does open up for Austin Matthews. And I still think with him and Marner, because Marner's the one feeding him the puck, and we all know that he's one of the best at doing that. And I think once he gets Hyman back on that line, we experimented a little bit with Nylander. You know what? I'm going to go Austin Matthews, too, because I just want to make this interesting. I really want to make this interesting now. Just watch it because I think he can explode for that. And he also strikes me as the type of person that does have a wee bit of a chip on his shoulder in a good way where it's like, oh, you don't think I'm going to win? Wait a second. When you're kind of challenged on that.
We should pick other guys then. We need to give him the chip. Right now, we're giving him the trophy.
This is true, too.
I like it, though, because Marner's one of the best at distributing the puck, obviously, and Brad Marchand, I don't know that there's a guy in the league that's better stick handling in tight quarters. And the perfect example was the assist on Pasternak's first goal last night, where what he can do with the puck in guys' skates with their sticks and multiple guys, it's insane.
So we're both going with Matthews.
We're both going with Matthews.
Which recently retired Swedish... What was that?
So that's boring.
Oh, is that you,
guys are
Producer
supposed to
Ross?
compete.
You can't just jump in here.
Producer saying it's boring.
I know.
You're
He
both
likes...
Okay.
He does like when we go opposite.
Yeah. I'll go with Leon Draisaitl then. He's got 32 goals. He's going to score. Yeah, he's going to score 60 in his last, 20 games.
Oh, I don't know.
The board.
He could suddenly now talk about somebody who wants to prove
you guys
that he's okay without McDavid.
Yeah, you guys take clips sometimes and put them...
We radio you.
Yeah, you're going to do that. Like Kelly thinks Draisaitl is going to score 60 goals in 20 games and win the Rock. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the Twitter comments already.
All right. Which recently retired Swedish captain gets the call to the Hall first? Henrik Sedin, Henrik Zetterberg, Daniel Alfredsson.
Well, Daniel Alfredsson is currently eligible. Henrik's, both of them, are eligible, I believe, in 2021.
Okay.
So by law of averages of who can get in the next year, it's only Alfie. So, and I think Alfredsson should be in the Hall of Fame. Matt Sundin is a guy who you can compare the two. I don't want to get into who had the better career, but very comparable in a lot of ways in terms of how much they played, the rates they scored at. Alfredsson won a Rookie of the Year. I think he should get in, and I think he will. So I'll go with Alfie just because he's got that extra year of eligibility.
I'm probably going to go with Henrik, and then by default, it's also going to be Daniel, just because I think everything that's been going on with them this year, the celebrations, the walk down memory lane, it's the Sedin week here. I think the NHL keeps it going. I think they ride the incredible celebration of their careers, and I think they put them in. I really do think so.
in their first year of eligibility.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really do. There's a part of me that believes that because...
So you're saying no Alfredsson this year then, which is fine.
I mean, he could go in too. But put them all in. Make it
Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yes,
they do that.
Brought to you by Sweden. Just put them all in there, right?
An all Swedish Hall of Fame class.
Why not?
That'd be pretty good.
Some incredible players, but I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like with Daniel Alfredsson, we could be having the exact same conversation we had with other guys that just hadn't gone in for a while, right? Eric Lindros is like another one. It's like, when is this guy gonna, finally go into the Hall of Fame? I don't know, but there's just a part of me that feels like we've been talking about the Sedins all year.
Yeah.
You see how incredible, and truly they are. Like, you see how incredible their careers
Their first
have been.
ballot to me, yeah.
So I think they go in. I think it's going to be Henrik that goes in.
Okay.
Which star rookie D-man will win the... Now, this isn't like so much who's going to win it first. We kind of did like the good call, bad call. But I guess you can just... If you're looking at a D-man, we had this conversation yesterday about... So not only do defensemen not win the Rookie of the Year that often. The last was Aaron Ekblad. You have 2 defensemen who are battling it out this year, which is, that in and of itself is pretty remarkable. But you actually said Hughes yesterday. Are you going to stick with Hughes?
Well, I think Cale Makar will likely win it. Do I think he should win it? Would I vote for him as my first place vote if I had one? Those are different questions. I think because Makar got out to such a great start, and he's having a great season, and these guys, like I said yesterday, whether you like one over the other, it's 51-49. It's so tight. And neither one, it would be a bad choice for the Rookie of the Year. I lean right now a little bit more towards Hughes because I think he impacts the success of the Canucks at a higher rate given his role on the team. So I would lean a little bit more towards Hughes, but I think that the votes will go to Makar.
I'm going to say Hughes as well. I think you have to look at the big picture as well with the Vancouver Canucks and what's been happening there, and especially if they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm liking Hughes. What is clinched first? President's Trophy or the #1 lottery odds? Let me pull up the standings here one more time. We had them. We were taking a look at them. So it's looking pretty good. Wait a second.
The Boston's in first.
So Boston, yeah, where did I have too many tabs open.
No, I do that all the time.
What the? I'm like, okay. So you have Boston right now leading the way at 82.
Yeah.
But Tampa's right behind them at 79. They have a game in hand. Washington's at 77. They have a couple games in hand. So I still feel like the President's Trophy race is on. Detroit, however, okay, I knew they weren't good. I didn't realize how bad it was. 14, 40, and 4. They have 32 points. I don't even really know what to say to that. Los Angeles has 45.
Yeah.
But if you go based on, the website, the NHL, it's the strength of schedule. If you look at the strength of schedule going down the stretch, the Red Wings have been voted the #1 hardest schedule down the stretch.
Well, every team Detroit plays is better than them, so that's going to be a battle. They're not going in.
So that makes sense.
Any game as the favorite ever this season.
Yeah.
I guess it basically depends on how good do you think Boston is versus how bad do you think Detroit is. And I think Detroit's badness outweighs Boston's goodness. So I'm going to say that Detroit locks up that #1.
I think
lottery pick.
I think the #1 lottery pick also gets locked up first. Ottawa, too, also has 47 points, but they're at like 9, I think, when it comes to strength of schedule down the stretch. 9th, the Leafs are 8th. But, yeah, Detroit, it just looks like it's going to be a doozy right to the end for them. So I feel the President's Trophy battle will be there to the end.
Yeah, me too.
I think Detroit, you're getting the best odds.
They need it. They need that kid.
What do you think happens first? McDavid returns or the Oilers fall out of a playoff spot?
Out of a playoff spot.
You don't think they're going to hold on?
No.
Okay.
And not because they can't be successful short term without him. Leon put up 4 points last game. They won. Yamamoto's been great. The race in the Pacific, even the wild card, is so tight that it's not going to surprise me if they lose a game or two. They can slip out. They can then get back in. I think they may go out in a couple times before McDavid's back. Who knows? But that's likely to me. You get the sense that it's a bit of a yo-yo. I don't know. You know what? I think McDavid returns. I think this is a team that might just, be galvanized. I don't know, kind of say screw you to everyone else. And maybe he won't be out as long. There's some rumblings about that, too. Well, right? There's that as well, because you just never believe what's coming out of the Edmonton Oilers organization.